Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a super exciting video for you. Christmas is coming. This is one of my all-time favorite holidays through the whole year. It's just, there are lights and good food and family, and it's just a lovely holiday. So this year I would like to present for you a list of 10 super fun instruments that go from not very expensive at all to more on the more expensive side as a gift for that special musical person in your life. So this is our 10 best gifts for Christmas gift guide. Okay, we're gonna start off with items that are in the $20 to $30 range. And you can find all of these on Amazon. I'm gonna put a link down in the description to everything, so you'll be able to find them super easy. And we are going to start with this super tiny little tongue drum. This is usually in the low 20s, and it's pentatonic, which means you can play it for meditation, and you're never going to play a wrong note. It's always going to sound good. So here's what this one sounds like. It has such a nice tone for such a tiny and cheap instrument. So if you want to get this for somebody who really enjoys meditating or for a kid, these are super tough. They stand up really well. My 1-year-old plays this with this one, and it's still doing great. So, okay, gift number 2. This is called an ocean drum or a wave drum. This is usually a little bit less than $19 on Amazon, and it is a super cool sounding instrument. It can be really harsh, but if you know the right way to play it, it's absolutely beautiful. It sounds like waves or like the ocean. I'm just gonna get this all spread out, and here's how it sounds. It is such a beautiful instrument. This is another one of those that is absolutely wonderful for meditation. Even just the action of moving it around is so soothing. It's great. Okay, gift number 3. This is called the Wave Ocarina, and this is made by a company called Ocarina Wind. And this is just a really cool wind instrument. It's a little bit trickier to play, but a lot of them are on the cheaper side. However, a lot of the ones that are cheaper are not super great, but this one is in the $20 range and is absolutely a fantastic instrument. So if you have somebody in your life who is interested in wind instruments, like maybe they play the flute, or maybe they want to do some wind playing, then this is a fantastic first ocarina. For somebody who really enjoys that sort of thing. This is not the best gift for a child because it is made out of clay and is pretty breakable. So maybe start them off on something a little bit different. So here's what this sounds like. Absolutely beautiful. My next gift idea is something that I haven't played a lot on this channel, but I really love these, especially since you can usually find a penny whistle for under $10. This one does sit right around $10. This is the original sweet tone whistle made by Clark Whistles. And this one is in the key of C, but you can get them in a couple different keys. And these are nigh indestructible. I have one that I've had for maybe 10 years, and my kids have all played with it. And it is still in super good shape. So if you have a kid who really wants a wind instrument and you're not ready for the ocarina, this is the way to go. So here's how this one sounds. Okay, moving up in expense. The next one idea that I had is a kalimba. Now, you can get kalimbas for not a whole ton of money, but personally, I think this is one of the very best kalimbas out there. This is by a company called Halluru, and they are famous for their really good quality kalimbas. And this one is just so beautiful. It's got this gorgeous little resin ocean with a whale and a jellyfish, and it's just so pretty. I absolutely love this one. And the benefit of kalimbas is if you're getting them for a child, they are really easy to get back into tune. It's really hard to like ruin it. And also it's very quiet. It's a nice, beautiful, quiet instrument that you can practice just about anywhere, which I think also makes it really great for meditation also, if that's something that you're interested in. Kalimbas are also super great for people who don't know any music yet, a lot like tongue drums, because there's all kinds of tabs out there, which is basically music written in a way that is super easy for beginners to read. So that makes it a lot easier if you've got somebody who's just starting out. So here's how this one sounds. Now, talking about tongue drums, this one is made by Halluru, which is the same company that made that kalimba that I showed you earlier. And they are well known for their high quality instruments. So I was really impressed with this tongue drum. This one has 14 tongues, and you'll see ones on Amazon that look almost exactly like this. And I will tell you, they are the same instrument. They're not always branded Halluru. They're often branded with other off-brand names. They're made in the same factory. They have the same sound. I have tried several iterations and they are all very similar. So I will put a link down in the description to the one that I bought. But if you find one for cheaper, as long as it's not like drastically cheaper, you're not going to get one of these for $30. These usually run around $100, $80 on the cheaper side, $150 on the more expensive side. They're all the same drum. Don't be fooled. Get a cheaper one. So here's the sound of this. And the neat thing about these tongue drums is you can also play them with your hands. So that's how this would sound. Which gives it a more muted sound, but it's also really fun to play kind of like as a hand percussion instrument. Just a lot of fun. If you have somebody on your list who is a newer musician and really likes the idea of a harp but maybe just isn't ready for a harp, these Aklat lyres are a fantastic kind of middle ground. They help you learn a lot about just string instruments in general, especially ones with lots of strings. This Aklat is 16 strings, but you can also get lyres that go up to 22 or 24 strings, which is quite a bit and gives you a decent amount of range. The nice thing about these also is that they have metal strings, so that they have kind of a cool and different sound than you would typically hear from a harp, so that you have this like different sonic palette to work with. These are usually under $100. They're sitting around $80 right now, which I think makes them a great Christmas gift if you're looking to invest just a little bit more. They also come with a pickup, which means that you can plug these into an amp, or if you have a guitarist in your life, I think this is a fantastic recommendation because they can plug this into their amp and into their effects pedals, which they will have all kinds of fun playing around with. So here's how this one sounds. have somebody in your life who is really interested in the harp and they want to play a harp, and a lyre is no substitute. The same company that makes that lyre, Aklat, also makes an adorable tiny little 15-string harp. And I think, honestly, this is the perfect beginner's harp. It's just a little over $100. It's usually somewhere between $120 and $110. And it has the same spacing as most lever harps. It has the same coloration now. You might see some reviews that say the strings are the wrong colors, but Aklat has fixed that problem, so they are the right colors now. And they have the same tuning, so it's basically a harp. And there's a lot of music out there now that's also written for these tiny harps. So if you are on a pretty limited budget, but your child or your significant other would really, really like to try the harp, then I think this is a fantastic way to go. So here's how this one sounds. Okay, now we are really getting up there in price. This is a harpsicle from Harpsicho Harps. It is also a fantastic beginner's harp. So if you have somebody in your life who really wants to learn, this is a great instrument to learn on. The only caveat being these are a little over $500. They are quite an expensive instrument. But harps are an expensive instrument. That's the reality of the situation. But if you're looking for something that's nicer than just the 15-string Aklat, you're going to be able to play so much more music on this harp with 26 strings than you would on the Aklat with 15 strings. This is also totally made in America. It's made by the Harpsicho Harp company, which is basically a guy and his son and his son's family, and they all work together in Indiana, and they make these gorgeous harps, and they're beautiful. So I think this is a fantastic idea if you have somebody who really wants to play the harp. Here's how this one sounds. And here is my last recommendation. This is called a mountain dulcimer, which is different from a hammered dulcimer, which is giant and has a whole ton of strings. This is actually a really simple music instrument to play, even though it doesn't look like it. This particular one is made by a company called Stony End, and they are another American maker of instruments, and they hand make these completely. They are around $200, I think. And I'll put a link to their website down in the description as well, because these are not available on Amazon. But there are lots of mountain dulcimers available on Amazon if that's what you're looking for. And often they're in a cheaper price range than $200. But for a handmade, this is made of walnut, which is absolutely gorgeous. And the top is solid spruce. So it's a gorgeous instrument for $200. But really, I think the big draw for mountain dulcimers is how absolutely simple they are. It looks complicated because you have a fretboard just like a guitar, so you think, oh, it must be just as hard as a guitar. Absolutely not. These two strings are called drone strings, so you never even fret them. What you're going to do is you just play these two melody strings, and you're always keeping your finger on both of them. And then you get really cool sounds like this. And that's as easy as it is. You can basically move your finger to any of these places along and it's going to sound pretty nice because it's not a chromatic instrument. It's a diatonic instrument, so it sounds good and is super duper easy to play. So there you go. This is my ultimate gift guide for the musical person in your life. If you know somebody who loves playing all kinds of instruments like me, and they love trying new things, then I don't think you can go wrong getting them something on this list, because they are going to love it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please do put them down in the comments below, because I would be happy to answer any that you have, or give you more recommendations based off of the person that you're shopping for. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and click on that subscription button right up there. Otherwise, if you would like to join my Patreon or buy me a coffee, the links to those are down in the description. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day.